Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of two active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So I'm working on my spreads for October 28th, and I printed out a bunch of Just Starkey stickers, just a bunch of different Halloween sets, and then some splotchy backgrounds and some spiders, everything Halloween, but I did want to incorporate that pink into the week. I did realize that I had miscut this sticker set with my Cricut, so I will go ahead and reprint and recut that page. But while we're waiting for that to reprint and recut, let's go ahead and get some washi tape down. And even though I have some Halloween options, I did decide to go with the black and white polka dot because the mood in the field just wasn't the same. The images that I had print and cut on my Cricut, they're a little more cutesy than what I have for washi tape designs for Halloween. So just using this black and white polka dot I felt was the better choice and the way to go. I do feel like I'm struggling to decorate this first page. I definitely don't want to cover up too much of the functional areas, and I'm trying to not group all the stickers maybe down the middle or down one side. I'm really trying to space them out a little bit. So this page still is a bit of a struggle for me, but hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll either change this page because you know that I do like to change things up, or I will find the best way to decorate this page. I did go ahead and cut my washi tape in half so that it was a little bit thinner. I'm still playing with this top section. I'm not sure if I want to move those lines back up so that I have more decor area, or if I want to leave it where it is and just continue to use a smaller amount of decor up there. So I'm still playing with that as well. And then I was able to grab the other sticker sheet off of the Cricut. It did cut correctly this time around. I did load it correctly, I should say. It wasn't my machine's fault. It definitely was my mistake for misloading it. But now we can go ahead and continue on this page. I did think that the Halloween piece of candy would work well on this page, and I liked to bring in that little pop of purple as well. The struggle is that there isn't a lot of room on the right side of the page to put very much imagery. So just tucking that in there, I think it works, but I don't love that it just floats there. Then I will put this trick or treat sticker down, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate it into the meal planning. So I did just write that squiggly over so that I knew that was trick or treat night. And we usually have friends over, we have a bonfire, we hand out candy, and then my kids and their friends may or may not be here. They haven't decided yet, but we keep trick or treat pretty simple because we do have some food allergies that come to our house. And in order for them to feel safe, we normally just order pizza from a safe pizza shop. Let's move on to our task sheet for the week. And I cannot believe that it is almost November and it's time to dust off that holiday planner and get that back out and start planning the holidays. I am grateful that this Thanksgiving is the off year where we don't travel because my son has a soccer tournament the weekend before Thanksgiving and the weekend after Thanksgiving where we will be traveling. So happy to be home for Thanksgiving this year. But keep an eye out for that holiday printable. It's a free printable that I put together. It's very basic. It's not 862 pages. It's just the bare minimum, the basics of getting your holiday season together. So watch for a video that's coming soon. But up in this top notes box, this is just where I note anything that may take quite a bit of time away from my scheduled tasks, such as soccer tournaments. Soccer tournaments for high school are over now. We did lose to the district, I think it was the district champ level, and it was a great game, but we just lost in overtime. Those senior families will definitely be missed next year, though. So we got this cute little cluster going on, and then I'm going to drop in this little quote that says, "Too cute to spook." I did go ahead and cut off the extra decor that I did not want on the little quote. And before I place it down, I'll also trim off just a little bit more of the white space that is around the lettering. And then I'll go ahead and place that down over this purple blotchy stain. I don't really know what they're called, but I feel like it looks like a spooky little cloud. So I liked the look of that. And then to finish off this notes area, I thought I would bring in a spider web and some boxes just to cover up some more of that area. There won't be a ton going on this week, at least I don't think there'll be a ton going on this week other than Halloween and trick or treat. My son will start practicing with his club team, but fortunately, he can drive himself to those things. That's not something that I need to attend. And I'm pretty sure there are no games other than the two tournaments. So, again, a lot of my time will be returned to me. So, I'll be able to get things done around the house and with my making all the plans, videos, and tasks that I want to accomplish. And then I thought these two little beakers were cute, so I think I'll just go ahead and drop these in. I know they're not quite beakers, but I can't think of the names of them, but we'll go ahead and drop those in here below the boxes, just to bring some more of that pink and purple across the page. Then we'll move on to the tasks page where I put my post-it notes. And I don't need a lot of decor on this page because it is pretty full of post-it notes when I start my week. I will go ahead and start by laying this half piece of washi tape down that is left from the first page. And once I find my washi tape trimmer, I will go ahead and trim off those edges. And then I will use a box sticker to cover up where that word tasks was previously. And I will just handwrite in tasks when I get to that part. And I'm trying to figure out my spacing at the top where I had just covered up goal one, goal two, goal three. And I know that it's not spaced properly right now, so I'm just going to cover it up. And then when I go and lay down my post-its, I will go ahead and correct that. Then I'm going to put just a little bit of washi tape down on the bottom right hand corner. If I do see any of this page, that is the area that I will see. So I'll drop a little decor down here in this bottom right hand corner as well. I'll just grab one of these cute little pink ghosts and another one of those purple splotches and tuck it down here in the corner. And I might see it and I might not, or I'll see it until I finish a post-it and can move it out of the way, but I do think it's cute and I have plenty of stickers, so I figured why not go ahead and decorate that corner. And then I'll take this little tiny pumpkin and put it up in that little tasks box. And then I did decide to finish off that little bottom right cluster with the word Hocus Pocus. I just cut off that cauldron and used the words. I definitely like the font of Hocus Pocus better than what I saw for the trick or treat, but I did not want to spend time making all of my own quotes and words. So I'm liking how these task pages are looking, and I think that's where I'm going to leave them. And the one with the dot grid only, it goes on the right-hand side, and I realized that when I go to hole punch these pages, that task box will be in the way of the holes. So I am going to scooch it over a little bit to the right so that it does not get punched when I do my disc punches. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that this used to be on the left side. So I did switch those pages around so that I can look at the list of tasks and my weekly spread all laid out next to each other. And if you watch tomorrow's video, you'll probably be able to see that. But I did want to scooch this tasks box over just a little bit. And now we'll move on to the weekly layout. I did decide to do something a little bit different. I did cut the washi tape down in half again, and I am just going to run it down both the left and right sides of the spread. Just a little different. Normally I'm running it across the bottom or maybe somewhere across the top, but I wanted to do something just a little different, and I'm going to go ahead and just run it on the left and right sides of the calendar squares. And if you're new to using washi tape, I definitely recommend going with the basic tapes. So a black and white dot or some grid washi tape, or if you're looking more for backgrounds, any of that scripty background, that's like a white background with black script on it. That's always a good background. So go with your basics first, get comfortable with it, and then figure out what kind of washi tapes that you think you would want to use. There are a lot of washi tapes in my collection that I never touch because I thought I would like them, but I never can find the right place to use them, or they are an off color. So I'm really enjoying my grid washi tapes that are in like a basic green, like the lightish green that goes with anything. I have a gray, and then I have a blue and a purple, which I don't use the blue and purple as much. And then I have a bigger grid that's white with black grid on it. That's pretty nice. And then I also have quite a few black and white basics. So I would start there if you're starting to build your washi collection. And in this little cluster, I decided that I wasn't loving the purple splotch. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and put down a spider web underneath this little box, and then I will pull up that little purple blotch. It just didn't feel right. And my sticker paper is pretty sticky, so it is hard for me to get my stickers up without using the undo. So I'm going to grab my undo and get that little blotch up, and I definitely like that better without the purple blotch there. And then I'm just flipping through to see if there's anything else that I want to tuck in that cluster before I move over to the sidebar, where I'm going to drop in another spider web. The spider webs are probably my favorite thing to decorate with for Halloween, but instead of just doing a spider web layout every year, I thought that I would bring in that pink element as well. So I did drop that spider web in, and then I will put a box over top of it so that I can write in my month. And I've been using my sidebar lately to drop in any tasks that I don't want to forget to do but aren't assigned to a specific date. So I will use some of the sidebar. I do leave it pretty open. I don't write that many tasks in, but it is nice to have a place to jot things where I don't lose them. And that way, when I go back to look at the last week before I plan my new week, I know what has and hasn't gotten completed. So I did just put a little decor down in that bottom left-hand corner with the little gnome and the pumpkin. Super cute, but still plenty of functional space. I do want to do at least one more cluster, and I decided to bring in another gnome down in the bottom right-hand corner, and it makes a little baby triangle down there of decor so that your eye moves across the page. But I'm really trying to not cover up too much functional space because I'm hoping that this will be a highly productive week since we have no soccer. Well, I should say I have no soccer that I need to attend, so I'm hoping that I can get a lot done this week. I did want to drop in some of these super cute ghosts, so I'm going to drop in a few of those around the page as well. I just thought that they were too cute to go unused. And here I am trimming off a little bit of that green border. And if you've ever wondered what that green border is, whenever I make stickers on like Photoshop or whatever, I do like to put that green bounding box around my images so that when I move them into Cricut, I know what size they're going to be. You can only print 6.75 width, so I make that box 6.75 inches in Photoshop, and that way when I go to print them, they're the same size as I made them in Photoshop. Hopefully that makes sense, but that is what that green box is for. I did decide that I needed a little bit of a spider web here on the first page, so I'll go ahead and drop that in. It will be mostly hole punched, but I'm okay with that. I did just want to bring that across from the other pages. So right now I'm just trying to tuck it in where it doesn't cover up. any days of the week on my meal planner. And a spider web wouldn't be complete without a spider. So I did grab one of the spiders, and instead of just letting it float around, I will draw a little line for the spider to hang from the web on. So in full disclosure, I want to let you know that the last 3 minutes of this video is me putting more spiders throughout my pages. So if you don't have any interest in me putting more spiders on the page, you can be done with this video and you can join me later in another video. Tomorrow I will be going over my tasks for the week and how I lay that out. So if you're interested in that, come back tomorrow. Also coming up will be the holiday printable video. So if you're interested in that, that's coming up soon. But I hope that everybody has a great week. I'll see you in my next video. If you want to leave down below what your plans are for Halloween, I love Halloween and I love seeing everybody's plans. We almost always have people over for Halloween. It has morphed and changed throughout the years, but we love to see all the little kids come to trick or treat in their little costumes, and I love seeing the bigger kids come through. Just seeing them grow and change, and I'm all for teenagers coming to trick or treat, staying out of trouble. We do live kind of in the country. We are in a neighborhood, but then we are surrounded by country. So a lot of the country kids do come in and trick or treat here. And again, I just love seeing all of the kids come have a good time. Family friendly fun. Some of our neighbors give popcorn and drinks to the adults, so it's just a great time. So I hope everybody has a great Halloween week. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!